Shalom, 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 and welcome to today's Morning by Morning. Today, I want to talk about taking care of our households. As opposed to the West, we in Africa are largely communal. We do not just think about our immediate nuclear family, but we think about our sisters, our cousins, our nephews, and so on. In some of the communities in Africa and in Kenya, if one leaves the city, and that means they have prospered, every other relative leaves home and wants to share in the goodies. You may eventually find a whole village. That is, of course, a bit of exaggeration, living in an apartment or even a slum in some estate. This scenario causes strife and stress to the family. While helping one's relatives is good and even godly, we should ensure that we strike a sober, a godly balance so that we have time and space and resources to minister to our own household. It would be so unfortunate if a person leaves and neglects his own family and starts ministering now to extended family members. I have come to the conclusion that by and large, the only people God has given us prime responsibility over are our spouses, that is husband or wife, children, and parents if they are still alive. And it should be in that order: your spouse, your children, and your parents. All the other responsibilities are secondary. They are in the second tier of responsibility. We can only minister to them in our terms, not in their terms. For example, if a person demands to stay in our house, we say no, and we rent probably a place for them outside as the Lord leads. That is important. So if the Lord leads you to minister to them, then He should also give you the terms with which to minister to them. Jacob had already worked for Laban for 20 years and had really nothing to show for it. There was obvious strain in their relationship, and Jacob sought to be given a chance to work for his household. Jacob said to him, "You know how I have worked for you and how your livestock has fared under my care. The little you had before I came has increased greatly, and the Lord has blessed you wherever I have been. But now, when may I do something for my own household?" That is Genesis chapter 30, verse 29 and 30. No one should feel guilty for wanting to minister to his own household. If you are single, make it a priority to take care of your parents. If you're married, your prime responsibility, as I said, is your wife, your husband, or children. If you're an employer, ensure that you give a wage, a just wage, a wage that can enable your worker minister to this special category of people. Go further and seek to know what they are doing to this end. Are they giving to their parents? Are they giving to their spouses? And if a person insists on not giving to this category of people, then it's time you fired them and employed a person who can abide by the rules. We cannot be too busy serving others while neglecting our own family. For even, as the old adage says, charity begins at home. And with that, I want to say, the Lord bless us. Amen.